King Charles bans controversial words during his tour of Australia to avoid offending locals. King Charles is set to ban a landmark speech during his upcoming royal tour of Australia and Samoa with Queen Camilla. It has been claimed the word touring will not be used on the King and Queen's tour of Australia and Samoa out of respect for Australia's Indigenous communities. The phrase, coined by Queen Elizabeth II 54 years ago, will be replaced with the phrase an opportunity to meet the public, out of respect for the customs and traditions of Indigenous communities. This is Charles' first trip to Australia, where he holds the position of head of state, since becoming king, and his first major foreign tour since his cancer diagnosis earlier this year. The royal couple will also make an official state visit to Samoa, where their majesties will attend the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. In Aboriginal culture, the term wanderer refers to someone traveling around the Australian bush in a time of ritual, grief, or coming of age. With this in mind, the term was dropped. Separately, palace aides confirmed that the utmost care had been taken in preparing the King and Queen's itinerary, which includes many of the hallmarks of a traditional royal tour. The royal couple will arrive in Australia on Friday, October 18th. For Charles, there is a focus on sustainability, faith, and community, while Her Majesty's visits focus on domestic violence, sexual assault, and literacy. A Buckingham Palace spokesman said, in both countries, His Majesty's engagements will focus on themes designed to celebrate the best of Australia and Samoa, as well as reflecting aspects of the King and Queen's work. Last week, it emerged that during the trip, Charles will temporarily stop cancer treatment after getting the go-ahead from doctors. It is understood that although this will continue until he travels, the treatment will stop briefly while he is out of the country but will then resume upon his return. The King, who has been battling an unknown type of cancer since February, will reportedly have medical specialists available around the clock during his royal trip from October 18th to 26th. The Times noted that the measures taken to support Charles abroad were the same arrangements made for the late Queen. These procedures will reportedly include traveling with a quantity of the King's blood to ensure a match if a blood transfusion is required. She also stated that in addition to traveling with his doctors, the King will be supported during the trip by medical teams. In Australia, Charles' schedule will include a rest day and there will be no evening engagements.